As a matter of fact, we do that in two ways. Obviously, we're a venture capital investor, so we invest in companies in the Benelux area, meaning that we take an equity participation, but as many VCs, we try to be more than just money, so we play an active role in guiding the company, in actually helping them to grow their business, to become successful. That's one way. A second way is that we also interact quite a bit with startup companies and growing companies from a perspective of technology scouting. So we do technology scouting for ArcelorMittal, one of our shareholders. And we bring the companies in contact with the right people within the organization so that they can start a commercial relationship or a joint development project or whatever. So we've seen that quite often, that despite the fact that we do not invest in certain companies, we do manage to give them the right entrance into a major corporation, and that sometimes leads to a later commercial relationship even outside of our investment activities. In our experience, it's not so much the technology. Our experience is that the things that we invest in usually have sound technology. I mean, we do our due diligence quite well on the technological side, so that's usually not the issue. I think what makes a difference between a successful and a less successful company is mainly the focus. Is this company able to focus on certain real market needs? Is there a real market need, something that a customer is willing to pay for? Is that market need big enough? Is there enough potential customers to actually make a living on? I think that is a very important aspect of it. Is the advantage for the customer big enough? Can they extend their commercial activities by buying your product, by buying your service? Or can they reduce their cost with a significant amount by engaging your technology? That is one thing. A second thing that we found out is really important as well is the team. And if I say team, it's not just the team within the company, it is also the team around the company, meaning it's the board of directors, but it's also the other co-investors. In our experience, what makes the difference between a successful and a less successful company is also the shareholders that are in the company. Because we all know they're startup companies, they're growing companies, they're going through a lot of pains. Sometimes the going is really difficult, and then it's important as well on the shareholder level to stick together and keep supporting the company to go to the next stage. For us, probably that's a bit more difficult question, because very few of our portfolio companies are in head-to-head competition with American counterparts. They don't encounter them quite often in the market. What we know, of course, from seeing the US-based startup scene and growth capital scene is that they often get more money, often also at higher valuations. Let's say they make a lot more noise than a lot of their European counterparts. On the other hand, I think the European startups and growth companies have a lot of benefits as well. They're used to working in a multicultural environment. So by nature, they're more inclined to look at business more internationally. And I think actually a lot of our companies could even further exploit that quite a bit more than what they currently do. And European technology at the end of the day is still considered as quite innovative, but also high quality, especially in industrial context. I would say European suppliers usually have a good quality label, also compared to US-based industrial companies.